Hello and welcome back to one of my videos. I want to talk today about bipolar disorder and what is bipolar disorder and what really doctors are and how doctors are treating so-called bipolar patients. Personally, I don't think doctors get it right. Diagnosing a patient with bipolar disorder. There's other thoughts of, bipolar disorder is a depression, and there's many other depressions out there. And I think sometimes the doctors get it wrong, and this actually getting it wrong destroys many things. Not getting a correct diagnosis can affect the life of the patient, and the patient goes through traumas and hells and can't seem to get his life back together. And it can go with all medication or without medication or the wrong medication. Things will not become the way they should. He will not be able to live a functional life. I was at the age of 13 sent to a doctor as a small boy, being diagnosed of many things. I don't want to go into it, but finally, a doctor has diagnosed Akshilal as he's bipolar. He gets into mania, and they prescribe a lot of medicines for bipolar to control your mood swings, to control your thoughts, to control the balance of your life. What happens is if you are taking the wrong medicines, then you will not be controlled. The outcomes of what the doctors prescribes, you have a reaction, and that actions can go into a deeper depression. Can hold the patient back. It held me back for a long time. Lithium, olanzapine, Zyprexa, Seroquel, Tramadol. So many other medicines were there given to me. I wasn't interested in taking them. Well, I did take them for a certain amount of times, but sometimes I wouldn't take them because there's a lot of side effects in your weight, in your speech, in your mental. Finally, I'm off those medicines. But what I'm trying to say now is that why are doctors applying pressure on giving so much medicines? When you go to a psychiatrist, you sit in his office for 2 to 3 minutes, and suddenly you come up with a long 6-7 medicines, and how can they do it? It's not like a blood test or where you see on paper what's going on, but in the brain it's not like that. I've been off medicines now, very high doses of medicines for I think 3 years now, coming up to 3 years. And those 3 years I've achieved a lot of stuff, which would not have been possible every night taking 600 Qutipin, morning 100 Qutipin, lunch 25 Qutipin, lunchtime. Depakote, mood stabilizers, antipsychotic tablets, injections. That to me now, as I have a freer mind, is telling me I was just doped up even more. I was just moving backwards, because I began to get hungry on the side effects. After taking that many medicines, 600 Qutipin, I could not walk. I was walking in a blackout. Now, if people were prescribed that, but I was in a treatment center at that time. If I was taking that much medicine outside on the reality roads, I would have been, I don't think I'll be here today. So when I look at bipolar disorder, I'm going to go into another very deep conversation about bipolar disorder. It's a very serious topic, which I think doctors need to. Either the doctors are connected, obviously they're connected, to pushing this much medicines from the pharmaceuticals because they get tipped off, paid off it. But the amount of money people financially lose going by the insurance papers, statistics, facts, evidence, is that if a doctor doesn't diagnose you correctly with what illness you have, what you're going through, then you are on hold for some time, and until your next big episode happens, and you go to another, and you keep bouncing in and out of a system, and that eventually cost over years a lot of money. You can talk about, if you're looking at insurance papers, millions and millions of dollars. These doctors are doing that. That's the game. And when I say life is a game, it's all a game. Doctors don't really care because they're connected to the insurance. The doctors are connected to the pharmaceutical companies. It's just the legit way of selling drugs. And it's all connected. Insurance is aware of what's going on. They're getting some tips off from the doctors. It's proven, it's facts, it's in books that $4 million one patient is now who is paying insurance, is now is that fair for the patient's life? Let's really talk about that. Nah, it's not really fair. But the doctor's thinking, okay, I want to take my family to Disneyland. We want to jump on a flight, first class, me and all my family, and maybe 2 of my son's friends, and go to Africa for 2 days, then go to somewhere else, etc., etc. So this is all a system and a business that some people collectively are preying on the sick-minded. Well, when my YouTube channel does blow up and I get involved, because I am a prime example of what doctors have done to me. So when they say, why is Akshay, going into bipolar and trying to attack the doctors? Because I think doctors are just crooks. The ones you go, please diagnose my son, oh, he's this, stamp, go get your medicine, and there's no positive outcome of it. So when Akshay gets to that, rises up and gets to that place, well, I'm going to attack the doctors. I'm going to attack that system and show it for what it is. Everything is logged. It's logged. It's in the system. I was in the system. You go to London, I was in the system. You go to America, I was in the system. You go around India, mental hospitals, I was in the system. There was a time when I was in the system, in a facility, where there was over 30 tablets given to me. I took a snap. I said, this is just like taking M&Ms or Skittles. So when these doctors understand that there's sharks out there, and there's some patients that come off the medicines and realize what had happened to them, they were being raped on medicines. So for 20 years I've been raped on medicines, and then Akshay Lal says, well, that's not really correct. So what? How much money was lost from my family? Because you couldn't direct the doctors, such high quality, high rated places, were not able to diagnose me properly. Because they knew it's a system. They know it's a system. They know when you go out there, you're coming back again. We dope you up. You're so doped up that you have to come back. Well, that's going to be taken care of, because being self-employed, working with YouTube, a lot of people are going to jump on board this in the future. I am still just trying to get by with a clean mind and a healthy mind, but without medicines, I take only 2 lorazepams, 3 lorazepams. All I know, the cost for a month of my medicines came to around 35,000 rupees. It is what it is. Please like, share, and subscribe.